Hi, welcome. So just recognizing that you're always just here, being faithful to this experience. This here-ness, this eternal nowness. There are thoughts that say we are living in this complex world. Of time and space, of localization, of linear progression. These complex and abstract storylines. But meditation for me is just resting in the what actually is. So it starts with being faithful to just your experience, not the thoughts about the experience. Although there are thoughts experienced. But just starting with the observation that life happens here and now, always. And this is your home. And when we look like this, there is a stillness that can be perceived. A sense of rest. And that's just the illusion of movement, of the appearance that we are moving through time and space. That's just that illusion. Just coming to rest and being seen through. This seeing authentically through your experience of here and now is your ground. And the mind can face some questions and enquiry about this here and now. How much of it is thoughts? How much is to be believed? What is really here and now is the investigation. But it can be quite a sense of refuge, no matter what's going on, whether it's a mental affliction or some excitement or boredom or distraction, whatever it is, this tuning into the truth of everything just being here and now is a refuge. And it can be seen even in the greatest storms of the mind. In the greatest suffering of the body. And this here and now is fluid. Because we're used to coming from a place of being localized as a mind-body entity and seeing a world that moves around us, that can carry over to this experience of tuning into the here and now. And you can have this sense of being still while all the moving arisings are somehow flowing through you. They're arising and dissolving. And in that we have this 3D experience of being localized and having a perception of sounds arising, moving from left to right, in front, behind. And see that this is just a carrying forth of that time and space notion. So we have a smaller area of time and space in this here and now, but it is still being played out. And like in the old reels of film, the separate frames would move past the light very quickly. But there's the idea that they are separate frames, and it's bringing the illusion of moving pictures. Somehow we feel that we are this light of seeing that stays still. And these perceptions, sound, sensation, thoughts, emotions, that these are like the separate frames in a film. The frames never stop. There is an idea that they are entities unto themselves, that they have shape and separateness, and you are separate, watching them. And that idea gives us this 3D perception experience of I and other, and this feeling of being localized. And loyal to a position. But why do we think that we're more situated within the experience of thought? Why do we think we're more that than the experience of sound? Both are seen equally. So this can be a great equalizing of there is no arising that is more me than another. And the arisings arise by themselves. It's choiceless. fluid and choiceless. The chooser slowly loses any validity. The chooser, the witness, they arise just like every other object as a momentary perception or thought. So relaxing the sense of being any controller becomes a very passive meditation where we can really spend time appreciating the effortlessness of life. And doing this when you're not moving, when you're sitting and there is nothing to do, but just see the effortlessness. Then after meditation it can carry forth into times where you are doing. And it can spill over into seeing the controller and the decisions being made, that they too arise effortlessly. And it's always been this way. You are nowhere. The true essence of yourself is no thing. You have no quality that carries forth. Completely free, like light. Completely constant. You have no edge. You are infinite in space and time. And you are not separate from any perception. The perceptions have no quality. That is the greatest illusion of all. What are perceptions made of? We can say thoughts, but what are thoughts made of? And a beautiful inquiry into what is the material of this. These arisings. Can you hold anything? It appears, and where does it go? Dissolves into nothing. But when it appears, when it is in play, what is it? And are you something separate, watching it? You are far, far stranger than you thought. You are a light show. And everything is made of you. Thank you.